Hey guys, welcome to my new channel. I am sitting down with you today to make this new YouTube channel because I want to discuss with you something that has become a part of my life but doesn't define me. I'm Mary Kate McLaughlin. I'm 20 years old and I suffer from chronic Lyme disease. There's a lot of misconceptions with Lyme disease. The main one that I can think of, the top of my head, is the bullseye rash. They always say if you get bit by a tick, you'll get the bullseye rash, and that's when you'll know when to go to the doctor. But a lot of the patients that have Lyme disease never recollect a tick bite or a bullseye rash. So you can imagine the numbers of cases that go undiagnosed with Lyme disease since they didn't find the rash. I have friends that have gone 20 plus years or their whole entire life without getting an answer to what they actually had, because the main symptoms that are labeled as joint pain, fever, swollen joints, swollen lymph nodes, the basic symptoms are what some people suffer with. But when you have it undiagnosed, the symptoms get severe. I suffer from tremors, night sweats, chronic pain, headaches 24/7. Sometimes I'm unable to walk. The list can go on and on of symptoms that people have. Seizures. People are bedridden with this disease. And the fact that there's not a lot of talk about it is why I wanted to start this channel. As I have gone through my journey since 2015, I never really had a good organization of how I kind of look at this. I have all my test results now in a book of what I've gotten done. Some of that shows my brain inflammation. So does that. I've gotten tests done so that I can also keep things in a know. These are all the tests that I've had done. Those are big tests that we've done. Some of the supplements I've done. I have medications of what I've taken. These are a lot of the labs we've done through different lab facilities, and I like to keep track of all of my symptoms. Nobody ever should have to deal with this many symptoms. Some of these symptoms I deal with daily. Some of those symptoms come up when I am herxing, which is when sometimes it could be a treatment, sometimes it could be exercising, sometimes it can be the smallest of things of just trying something new, like maybe yoga. The simplest of things, if I get a haircut, I herx. The simplest of things can trigger my body to just go into a flare, is what most people kind of call it. But the Herxheimer reaction is where all of the bacteria, the Lyme bacteria, when you start a treatment or if you do something differently, the Lyme bacteria kind of comes out and it goes into another place where it can hide in your body. And that's where a lot of your symptoms start getting magnified. So, a lot of those symptoms I deal with on the daily, but nobody should ever have to deal with this many symptoms. The neurological symptoms that I deal with are insane, like the brain fog. I can talk to you about something 5 minutes ago and 20 minutes ago, or 20 minutes ahead, I won't remember what we just talked about. Or I will lose my train of thought and I will like never be able to bring back what I was thinking of, or I can't articulate the words that I want to say in a sentence. I mean, it's crazy what kind of symptoms that this disease has brought in my life. Symptoms that I you never would have thought with Lyme disease. And that's what needs to change. Because you can have, like me, a whole list of symptoms. And you go to neurologist, gastroenterologist, rheumatologist, ear, nose, and throat doctor, CHOP. I mean, go to top hospitals and show them this list and get told you're depressed and that you need an antidepressant. Because that happened to me. And I've went through countless amounts of doctors trying to figure out what I have. And since 2015 to get to 2018, to finally getting an answer of Lyme disease. Knowing nothing of what Lyme disease could do, I thought a round of antibiotics, doxycycline, and I'd be just fine. And the reality is, if you have it chronically and you didn't get tested for it and you didn't show up positive through the Western blot, which you can test positive and you can get treatment, but it's hard to find the right test to actually get your answers that you need. A lot of people use IGeneX, LabCorp, MDL, but Great Plains, I mean, people use those kind of resources that are all out of pocket. And not a lot of the treatments that Lyme disease patients do is covered by insurance. So constantly having to see your daughter or son or loved one fight with Lyme disease while having to fight with your own insurance about a life-saving antibiotic that can make a whole difference for somebody. It's wrong. It's wrong what people have put this label as. These are the only things that are what Lyme disease is, and that's wrong. Because my book and my binder and all the things that I have tracked through my journey, people will know what Lyme disease really does. And that's what I want this channel to become. I want it to be a safe space for people to kind of talk about what they go through. And I mean, I've met so many people through this journey, no matter how many things I've had to go through. I mean, I've gotten tested for mouths, I've gotten tested, I went through all of the GI tests. We tested me for gastroparesis. We tested me for all of these crazy diseases, like MS. I'm 20 years old. And my family did not know what we were walking into with this disease. And to maybe shed some guidance for people, even though I'm not a doctor, I'm not suggesting any kind of medical advice, but I'm just sharing my journey as to what Lyme has done to my family and some of the good that it's given me, actually. I can find a lot more good of what I've been given through this journey. And I'm blessed to be able to have that. So I am hoping my next video I can maybe talk about some treatments that I've done, because I have a list of those in my book that I can talk about that I have seen benefits from. So in my next video I will kind of get more into my story and a little bit of what I do to treat. So thanks for clicking and listening to my story, and I would appreciate it if you guys subscribed and you guys kind of came along the journey with me with Lyme disease. So I will see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.